Yo, what is greatness stated is the radio rock star G Money.
It is your boy J5.
And joining us on this Elimination Chamber post show is my fellow radio brother. Matter of
Gang, gang.
fact, Matter of fact, Jay, if you remember when we went to WrestleMania back in 2018 in New Orleans, that's where I met up with him for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gang, gang.
Yes, sir. My man Cam, that dude, is in the building.
Yo, Magic 101.3, Gainesville, stand up. 7 to midnight, holler at the kid at Instagram at Cam, that dude. Let's talk some wrestling. Let's talk this BS tonight. Let's talk it.
Let's get into it, man. Dog. Elimination Chamber just ended. Look, wait. You know what? Let me ask. Where do you want to start, Cam? Where do you want to start?
First things first. We can break it down match by match. It's fine by me. Let's break it down match by match. But I'm gonna let you know this now. If you guys talk commentary, I'm gonna be dumb to the fact because I usually watch. I'm to the point now where I watch WWE with the commentary with the TV like damn near muted because commentary is horrible. One person, there's only one person that I think is phenomenal on commentary, but he should be in the ring, and that's Samoa Joe. But that's just me personally. I think
I got you.
And before we get into match by match, I think Corey Graves is hands down probably one of the worst guys I've ever heard on commentary. I think Wade Barrett in NXT is sunning Corey Graves on the main roster right now as far as being that heel colored commentator. Because Corey is just coming off as just being annoying and a hater sometimes. So that's just me.
No.
That's just me.
I just want to say one thing about the commentary. I think it was it the Raw? I think it was the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. And at one point, Michael Cole says, "Well, now it's every man for themselves." When there was 3 people left, bruh, it was every man for themselves since the match started. What are you talking about?
That's another thing. I think Michael Cole jumped the hill. Michael Cole jumped the shark proverbially when they moved him from SmackDown to Raw all those years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When they did the whole draft and JR looked I don't know if people remember this, and this is where I'm showing my wrestling age. There was a draft one time where they had drafted JR to SmackDown and Cole to Raw. And JR on camera looked pissed. He looked shoot pissed. He
didn't see that coming.
Yeah, if looks could kill, he shot everybody, whoever was backstage and made that decision, the most ugly, the most deadliest looks. Because he's been on Raw forever, and he was the voice of Raw. And I think when Michael Cole went to Raw, that's where he jumped the shark because Michael Cole was good Michael Cole was good on SmackDown back in the day, but when they gave him the big time, I think he just kind of sucked. Personally, I also thought he really got on my nerves when they had him go into heel mode.
The manager thing, oh man!
When they had him in heel mode for the Miz back in the day, that led up to Jerry King Lawler and him at WrestleMania. That's what really jumped the shark because it's like Michael Cole, you're this nerdy. You're like this nerdy short guy, and you're like, you were calling Daniel Bryan a nerd for going out there and playing, wrestling with Flight of the Bumblebee. Michael Cole,
that was a Spider-Man meme.
Yeah. You're calling the American Dragon DB, who's been everywhere, putting down classic matches in indies, and Michael Cole, you're calling him a nerd, yo,
right? Crazy.
DX level wedgie to Michael Cole on that one. That was
first thing. Let me say what's up to my boy Jabari.
Jabari, what up?
Jabari, you know what I'm saying? Look. So let's start from the beginning. Let's go. SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Dog. First off, both Elimination Chamber matches were good. This one,
yeah.
Now I chose Daniel Bryan to win, but there was times when I thought Cesaro was going to take it because Cesaro looked mighty damn strong in that match, man.
Very much so.
Yep.
Yo,
And then I
Cesaro
was
was
like,
handling business.
soon as Cesaro went out, I was like, remember I was saying before, watch Jey Uso win.
There was no, I had no, like, I wasn't gonna like put your pick down, but I was like, there's no way Jey Uso's winning
Yeah.
because of the whole way that it was structured. Like, because I figured whoever won, Roman challenges them right after,
Yeah, I
and
knew
why
that
would
was
you
gonna
waste
happen.
that on the Uso? It had to be either KO, DB, or Cesaro. It had to be one of those three.
Right, right, and
I
That's the
that's what
only
I
way
was
you're gonna
saying.
build sympathy.
But that's what I
one,
was saying though. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I was like, oh, Jey Uso, and then I realized, oh, Daniel Bryan's in the ring, and Jey Uso just eliminated two people with the Uso splash. Up, Daniel Bryan's winning.
I
Man,
thought 100% from the outset. I called it Daniel Bryan. I texted you G Money. I was like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah, exactly.
he's gonna
It's
win.
crazy because we had just finished our post show, and then right
Pre-show.
when the show was coming on, you sent me
My
your
pick.
picks, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, let me send you mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had DB winning this because I knew because DB has been chomping at the bit, and I think Daniel Bryan, when they have him doing the talking smack formula of promos, he murders shit. But when he's in the ring doing regular promos, he is like he's kind of lost a little
It's
step.
like a different
Yeah.
level.
But when he talks to Paul about Roman, he's like, "Oh, you got him on the Brock schedule."
Dog,
I'm like,
that
was
like
great.
those talking smack promos is the reason I chose him to win. Like it would be a
Yeah.
complete waste
Yeah, his
if like he
promos
did all that talking about Roman and didn't even get to sniff him in the ring.
Yeah, like the talking smack promo, he was like, "Yo, I've never won a battle." Like that's when he was talking about I never won a battle royale. I was like, "Yo, that's the reason." I picked him to win the Royal Rumble, but they went with Edge, and we'll talk about. Hopefully, we get to talk about the overall product towards the end of the show because I really want to go off on that. But I picked him to win the Royal Rumble because of his battle royale promo, and he was building up something towards facing Roman Reigns. So I thought it was amazing because even beforehand, when they were having Jay beat him up all the time, I was like, oh, because usually around Survivor Series is when they start to give you that little look into WrestleMania. So I was like, okay, DB's getting beat up by Jay. That puts him in the crosshairs of, that puts the table, as I've named it, in the crosshairs of DB. So I was like, all right, Daniel Bryan's going to win the Rumble. He's going to book his ticket to WrestleMania. He's going to call it. He's going to fight him, whatever. But Elimination Chamber, I definitely was like, yo, Daniel Bryan's winning this. They're not going to let him lose to Cesaro. They're not going to, he's been losing to Cesaro cleanly. I don't think they're going to let him lose in this Elimination Chamber. He's going to win it.
I do think it's telling that it wasn't him that eliminated Cesaro too. I think it's telling. You know what I'm saying?
I do think he's telling. I think Daniel
Speaking
Bryan.
of Cesaro.
I'm telling you, Cesaro is going to. Cesaro's going to get a major championship by 2021.
Dog, I swear to God, if it wasn't for this Seth Rollins, like if Seth Rollins never touched him, I would have chose Cesaro to win. But
Yeah.
I feel like they don't like the mesh like storyline too much. They'll do it every now and again. But like I feel like it's gonna be Seth and Cesaro at WrestleMania. So that's why I figured there's no point in him winning this match to get squashed by Roman and then face Seth. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Book me now, Cesaro Money in the Bank.
This year, not next year. This year. That's
book me Cesaro Money in the Bank because that's how you explain it. That's how you get because him at WrestleMania and this other going to steal the show. And then like you have to find some way to get him into the world title picture eventually because he's too great right now. So Cesaro Money in the Bank.
He's on the
I got
rise.
Cesaro Money in the Bank.
Jay, how much of a dick move do you feel like it was for Roman as soon as Daniel Bryan won?
It was perfect.
It was perfect. It was beautiful. I was like, dog, my man he don't get a second to rest. Roman came straight out.
He was in the ring like, God damn.
Yeah. This gives BB.
Put
This gives
him.
him a promo. This gives him another promo chance to be like, "Yo, you're to Paul. Your client doesn't want to face me straight up one on one in a match. He's afraid of me."
Yeah.
You feed that too.
So what was after that? Women's tag team match. Women's tag team champion. No, wait. Was it the women's tag team? Yeah, it was the women's tag team championship match. Shayna. Jay, what do you call him? Shania versus Banks and Belair. Which it was. Was that the match that you said you didn't like? Some spot. What was the spot that you said you didn't like?
It was horrible. The spot where Nia put Sasha up like this, and Bianca was
Oh,
like,
I knew that's what you was talking about. I figured.
Throw her to me. Throw her to me. Please.
Like, no, don't throw her. Don't. He's like, put her down, but toss her to me. But yeah,
no,
that was awkward.
At this point, Nia needs to be released or be back in NXT.
Don't do that. I'm about to say, don't release Nia.
Put Nia.
She serves a purpose.
No, Nia is horrible at this point. And I used to be a huge Nia fan.
Somebody agrees with me.
Yo, Nia Bailey back in NXT, I used to be big on that. I was like, yo, Nia's going to be fucking amazing. Nia should win the NXT title off of Asuka. Nia should do this. Nia should do that. Like, I was like all of that.
And the thing is, it's the way that she's different now than she was then in NXT. Like, she wrestles is so different.
Technically, everybody does.
But no, it's like
everybody wrestles different from when they was in
NXT. It was like almost.
I think she talks too much now.
Yeah, I don't think she talks too much. I think because her she's still very articulate. She's very good on the pro. She's getting better. I don't want to say very good, but she's always getting better on her promos. I'll give her that. But her in the ring, there's no. Like I am all about wrestler safety first and foremost. So the year that Seth was going on his championship runs against Brock and all this other stuff, I was like, they should keep Seth away from the title as far as possible, because in his history, he's been an unsafe worker. Like, he's been such an unsafe worker that your best guy that makes sure everybody's safe, but you can have a great match, should always be around the title. And Seth is not that. He's injured Finn Balor. Dean Ambrose wasn't his fault, but it was around him. Seth has injured himself. He injured.
I remember that match.
Like, that's my point. Like, I think with Seth is Seth, and I don't mean to drag Seth into it, but back to Nia. Nia's that same. Like, right now, Nia is that same. She injured Charlotte. She broke Becky's face. I mean, that helped.
That was iconic, though. That was like the best accident ever, because like she literally made Becky off of that picture.
She helped make the man's lore, but it was like, yo, you fucked up what people were looking for, which is a one-on-one Becky versus Ronda match. And
that's true too.
We still haven't got it. And that's large in part to Nia Jax. Nia hurts people. Nia hurt Ember Moon.
Matt was good.
Nia hurt Ember Moon. Now Ember Moon was on the rise, and she hurt her. Like no. I don't
even.
Nia hurt. Apparently, didn't Nia hurt Lana too?
Nia hurt Lana. Like, when you have these these women's husbands talking about, yo, she really hurt my wife. Like, my wife is really hurt. Like, bro, that's not. No, I'm not a fan. So when I saw that spot, with her picking up Sasha, I was
nervous.
I got nervous.
I did too. I was like, she gonna hurt her.
Same time, I got like, look at Nia fucking up again. I was
bruh,
like,
chill.
Nia fucking up again,
bruh. Dog. Okay. So we all picked them to win.
Wait, go down.
You know what I'm saying?
Go to Harry's comment, G.
I didn't want them. I'm so glad they didn't do the John Cena, Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah, she did. She did say that. She did say that.
Say what?
Yeah.
Everybody
got hurt.
I'm 100% glad that they didn't do the John Cena HBK angle, where it's like, we're going to WrestleMania to face each other, but now we're tag champions, and then somewhere down the line, one of us got to screw the other. That's a muddy the waters type BS.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do that with them. I'm kind of looking forward to Dakota Kai.
Oh yeah. You know what? I almost forgot about. But this match, I forgot about her and Raquel Gonzalez challenging. So I mean, actually, I would have been happy watching either one of those teams face Dakota and. But then again, why would that would mean you have to give Sasha and Bianca 2 matches at WrestleMania. Probably on 2 different nights. Defend the titles together on one night and then face each other the next night.
I'm looking
if she chooses her.
I'm looking forward to the Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, Shayna Baszler night. I'm looking forward to that. Not to get off topic, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, there's
Dakota Kai.
Just for me, it's the dynamic between Dakota and Shayna. Like
Dakota was always played the fraidy character, but now it's like, yo, she has this edge to her, and I like the fact that she, they're giving it. But now, and this is what I always fucking hate. And G, me and you have talked about this. Jay, you're gonna know I hate this too. When you double book heels in a match, I fucking hate that shit.
Heel on heel shit.
Call me a mark, call me whatever, but I fucking hate double heel bookings because it's like, yo, you have it's like, okay, the outcome's already kind of determined because it's like you're going to keep the titles home because the one set of heels aren't over enough as faces, obviously, to take the titles off of them.
Right.
What, they're going to win the titles and people are going to cheer? No, they're going to win.
No, it's not like we're going to try to out heel each other or you'll turn semi-face in the match. But if you win, then you go back to being full on heel. It's like it's like a delayed turn. Like I don't even know.
Yeah, you're gonna have Shayna versus Nia doing heel shit against Raquel and Dakota. And then Raquel and Dakota are going to try not to do heel shit, but they're going to do heel shit. And then the next week when you go back to writing, it's they're the heels to Ember Moon and Shotzi.
Right? Yeah. Because it felt like they was almost trying to turn.
Yeah,
like they're trying to turn a little bit. Like I don't want to see Dakota Kai, even though I didn't realize how much I enjoyed Dakota Kai as a heel until she turned heel. Because at first I was like, this shit ain't gonna work. But I was like, no, this works. This works.
It works.
So let's move on to this. And Jody Moore asked, are we surprised they gave Riddle the title?
No.
Am I? I was at the time, but now it makes sense.
I knew
because I didn't see I saw Bobby maybe losing the title around WrestleMania and then focusing on the world title picture and then probably by SummerSlam getting a title match. That's what I was expecting.
Right.
So,
but we were talking about this about him cashing in on whoever.
Yeah.
At the end of the match.
Well, I mean, let's talk about the U.S. title first. We getting there. But
right. But
I wasn't surprised.
The match itself was fine to me.
I wasn't surprised because I know it's been high time that Bobby Lashley is in the main title picture. The Hurt Business has skyrocketed. Like that
stock went way up.
Yo, Hurt Business Bobby Lashley is GOAT Bobby Lashley. At first I thought okay, first time he was in WWE, he should have probably grabbed one of the world championships, not the ECW one.
But I was about to say, yeah, we don't count that.
Yeah, he should have grabbed the world heavyweight or WWE championship. But no.
What we need is that TNA Walking Armageddon Lashley. That was GOAT Lashley. He was wrecking shop in TNA.
Bobby
Impact, TNA, whatever you call it. He was the guy.
Hurt Business Bobby Lashley. I would put him in the ring with Brock Lesnar.
Oh hell yeah!
Because you're not getting Suplex City. You're not getting him putting Brock in the Hurt Lock. You're going to get Vince's ultimate wet dream of 2 big ass Titans fighting. So it's like I do
2 big men with big chests slapping meat.
Pause.
That's it. That's what you getting. That's what you getting. My man Brian said he didn't see the hype about Riddle. Man, I was a big fan of Riddle in NXT and pre NXT. Like I like Matt Riddle, man. Like I think I don't want to say they watered him down, but he felt more like a fighter before he came to the main roster.
I like Riddle. I like Riddle. I don't like Riddle for the future to be more than what he is in mid Carter, but I like Riddle. He serves his purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
This is true too.
Like,
so let's go ahead and get on to it, man. First off, even before what happened at the end, that chamber was a good ass chamber.
It was.
And like I've been seeing people talk about, the Fiend is coming back in the chamber. And then like Kofi got Randy the fuck up out of there with the quickness. I won't say with the quickness, but he got him up out of there, man. So before we jump in, what we know is somehow, some way is going to be Fiend and Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
My thing is how they gonna bring him back, because he should be like dyed, fried, and laid to the side. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but of course this is wrestling. We know. So
what's her name just said her little spell last week. So.
Oh yeah. Supernatural stuff.
Yeah, my thing is,
which was
the
trash.
Fiend is going to be the Fiend. They're trying to make the Fiend this generation's Undertaker.
Right.
Because Undertaker used to get buried alive.
Yeah.
He used to get demolished and fucking killed and shit. And then all of a sudden, like 2 weeks later, he's back as the Phenom.
I will say, it used to annoy me when people say, "Oh man, this guy's the new this or the new that." But like, once he comes back from this fire, this being burned alive stuff, this is definitely I won't say Undertaker, but it's an Undertaker-ish route.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Supernatural.
Like, there's only two people that you can put him in the lane with. It's either, because remember, Mankind's been buried alive, right, and then Undertaker's been buried alive. Those are only two guys that really have lost buried alive matches that I can remember. I might be wrong. Boy,
we froze.
I could see them trying to.
Okay, I'm about to say.
That cut out.
That's me. I don't know.
My bad. But no, I want to say
I was
that
like this.
I could see them trying to make him this generation's Undertaker.
Yeah. But that match though, that Elimination Chamber match was really good. I forgot Jeff Hardy was in the match midway through the match. Like he just emerged, and I was like, he's still in the match. Like I completely forgot that Jeff Hardy was a part of this, man. But I liked all the finishes, man. I'm just glad. I knew Kofi had no chance of winning. I'm just glad he didn't get eliminated first.
Me too.
Because I was like, oh man, they didn't put him in to be the sacrificial lamb in here.
Yeah, speaking of Kofi, going back to the U.S. title match, seeing that Riddle pin Morrison instead of pinning Bobby Lashley. If Keith Lee was still there, I would have been pissed if it was Keith Lee that was getting pissed. Because I kind of figured.
Oh man. I'd have been hot. I'd have been hot if he'd have pinned Keith Lee for that title.
Yeah, I knew they was Keith Lee in the triples just so he can be the scapegoat pin for Matt Riddle. But I'm like, Keith Lee is too good for this. I don't give a fuck.
I'm glad whether he really could be there or not. I'm glad they took him out.
Yeah.
If that was the case,
that was taking the L on that one.
But what if it was the other outcome that was supposed to happen?
Where it was supposed to be Lee winning?
Yeah, Keith Lee winning and pinning Riddle.
I still would have been pissed because you've been building it for months. Like that whole situation.
Honestly, Keith Lee would have been a cop out to me.
Yeah.
Like you literally been building this program with Bobby Lashley and Matt Riddle, and then let me just slide Keith Lee up in there. Like
if Keith Lee would have walked away for the title, I was like, what's this whole build up with Bobby?
Exactly.
You just
that'd have been horrible storytelling.
If Riddle would have pinned Keith Lee, it would have been like, Keith Lee is too good to be the scapegoat loss in this. And they fuck up with stuff like that. When people get real hot, they make them the scapegoat pin. Like that's what they did with Rusev Day years ago at WrestleMania when it was in Orlando. He got real hot, and they added him. I want to say to like the U.S. Championship
You
match.
talking about that Fatal 4-Way?
Yeah, and he was a
Yeah, that Randy. What did Randy Orton win that? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
It was a while ago, yeah, but I remember that match.
They put him in just to take the pin. When I was like, yo, you had two other guys who had shit going for them that could have took the pin, but whatever. But yeah, back to Kofi. I'm glad that they didn't put Kofi in just to be the first pin.
That's what he said. He said, "Why was he even there?"
Yeah,
because it's Black History Month. Yeah. That's why he was in there. You know, there had to be some reason he was in there.
Yeah, that would have been asked to me.
Yeah, but he was strong. He was strong in the match though. So I'm not like you know, they say you don't always have to go over to get over, and I think he had a strong showing.
Who did?
And Kofi Kingston.
Yeah,
you know, he had more than enough spots. He didn't look weak. You know what I'm saying? It's just he wasn't going to win that. So
I and this is me personally. I think they need to look into giving Kofi another run with the title. Is somewhere down the line. I personally think before, you know, Austin Creed packs it up and go to G4 and Big E rises to his superstardom, what you should do is give all three of those give three titles the New Day treatment, because when New Day hold titles, they become very relevant very fast.
I can't argue that.
They become very relevant.
I can't argue that at all.
Yeah, they become like, I'm telling you this now. When before Kofi won 2 years ago, I didn't see Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Jinder Mahal, Randy Orton, you know, all the champions before Kofi on ESPN and Get Up. I didn't see that.
Well, look, don't hinder the gender.
Yeah, okay? I didn't see any of them. Don't hinder the gender interviews as champions. So they become very relevant very fast. So. And also, side note, before we get back into Elimination Chamber, I do this a lot to you guys. I'm sorry. WWE, if they're smart, they have Austin Creed in creative meetings. Like, yo, what should we be doing this week? Because everything that man touches is turning into gold. Up, down, down. Before anybody else was doing streaming channels, he was killing it. Before, like, this man's about to be on G4. Just because, like, not even because
just because he likes video games.
Yeah, he's about to host Attack of the Show because he got internet following like that. I'm telling you, there's wrestlers that will probably sign with WWE just so they can try to win the up, down, down. Like, I'm serious. That's how real it is. I kid you not. If AEW was not a thing, I guarantee you there would be wrestlers.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, they had about a year or two ago.
Yeah,
they had a thing with New Day versus the Elite. Yeah,
yep. If they didn't create, I can tell you, they didn't create AEW. The Elite would be in WWE right now and it'd be on up, down, down's channel
every week.
Every week.
It would be. Omega. You probably wouldn't even see them on TV. Yeah, but like all the internet stuff will be going buck wild.
They'll be there. They'll be there.
Buck wild, man.
All right. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep distracting us. Back to Elimination Chamber.
Future
Elimination Chamber.
Next time you gotta say his name right. Future King of the Ring, Austin Creed.
Oh yeah, Future King of the Ring.
Future King of the Ring.
Yo, and he might win it because
this is facts too. It did. It was a money grab, but it worked though.
Yeah. Here's the thing with
NXT India
with Austin Creed. Xavier Woods, whatever name you want to call him by. I can tell you this now. Every time he does something on the internet, this man wins. Like, I remember years ago when Kofi was in Money in the Bank as part of New Day, and people wanted him to get over and win it, and he lost it. Austin tweeted out, "I guess before I die." It's like, yo, I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board because Kofi's going to be a champion before I retire. Fucking a year later. Kofi was champion.
Hey, they wrote that was my whole thing about people talking about break them up. These guys ride for each other, man. Like, and side note,
money for the company.
Yeah, bro, They just be selling merch like it ain't nobody's business, bro.
The New
Like it
Day
ain't nobody's
podcast,
business.
all
They
that.
have they have
Money.
they have 2 championship belts for them specifically for their video games.
Yeah.
They have the up, up, down, down one and the left, right one.
Yeah. Like the amount of money that they make in WWE sells those titles at $500 a pop. People are buying up, up, down, down titles for $500. Buying the left, right for $500. Buying the merch, and then like WWE now saying that they have to kick in the money they make off of other streaming platforms. Like, yo, I know that was because of up, up, down, down was probably making bread. Like, was probably making bread. Like,
Yeah.
so they like WWE was due to the pandemic, they was probably losing money, and up, up, down, down was probably gaining crazy money. So like,
Oh, bro, they ain't
we
losing,
need
bro.
y'all-
They weren't losing no money, man.
Who?
WWE wasn't losing no money, man.
I'm
Like
saying-
this whole like that whole deal they just signed just proves like with no fans and no ticket sales, and they still bringing in millions of dollars, bro. They ain't hurting on no money.
But
Well,
I'm saying
they probably was when the pandemic started. Probably when it started.
Yeah, they're probably not making as much money.
Yeah.
They're
They should.
probably-
But you got to think about it. That's why they cut half those wrestlers and stuff. You know,
Yeah, they didn't have to do that shit. They really didn't.
They
really didn't.
But they
Well,
all
they
right.
had it. Well, they made
Elimination
it up.
Chamber.
So look, I know. Look, we done got sidetracked twice. Hater move of the night. Hater move of the night. AJ Styles right after Sheamus bro kicked Drew McIntyre. AJ Styles hater move of the night. Phenomenal forearm. Takes Sheamus out with Drew McIntyre down. That was hilarious to me because you literally had the champ beat, and you go after the other guy while the guy is down, and you pin the guy that could have took him out, and then he takes you out. You could have been the champ. AJ Styles could have been the champ. Just let Sheamus do it. He should have let Sheamus pin him and then hit him with a phenomenal forearm. Bam, championship. But he pulled the hater move of the night, and he paid for it. Which led to, hold on, I'm sorry. Which led to this. Bruh. I think people started saying it. I seen it on Twitter. People like, MVP talking to the Miz. Dog. Crazy.
Worst kept secret. Worst kept secret, because if you watch the pre-show, Rosenberg said it out loud. Charlie was like, "Yo, did we just give a little bit of foreshadowing?" And then MVP is back there talking to him. As soon as I saw MVP talking to him, I'm like, "Yo,
Bruh.
MVP is talking to him about Bobby Lashley going out there fucking up Drew, and then Miz going out and doing what he did." Look, to me, I think. And I agree with you, Tony. I'm not the hugest fan of the Miz, but when you have his counterpart, his tether over at AEW and MJF doing big things, you kind of have to make him a bigger thing. Because MJF, his tether over at AEW, is eventually going to win the AEW championship. So how do you combat that? You make the original with Miz a 2-time world champion. That's how you do that.
I think that when they gave him the Money in the Bank briefcase back, after he
I knew that was
failed.
gonna
Yeah, it's like you knew it was a foregone conclusion that just the timing was win. But if they would have, as just like you said, worst kept secret, I would have enjoyed it more. Or I would have been shocked more if they didn't show Miz talking to MVP.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why? That's like when you want to see it. Like that's like when you're waiting for a movie to come out and they show all the best parts in the trailer, and then you watch the movie and you're like, well, I knew that was gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get as excited as I wanted to because first I was like Bobby Lashley. I was like, oh.
I remember as a kid, movie trailers used to be something without giving away the movie. Now these days, it's like, if I just watch the trailer enough, I can piece everything together. Like I've already pieced
Because I dropped like 4 or 5 of them.
Don't
I've
say it.
already pieced together quite a bit of Mortal Kombat, but
I knew it. I knew he was gonna say it.
I ain't gonna, because like, come on, man. Like, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we go get on that,
But yeah,
bro.
the Miz cashing in. I'm calling. Lock me in now. Bobby Lashley is champion by wrestling. Is champion at wrestling
At WrestleMania.
at WrestleMania.
You know what?
Oh,
If that happens, if Fastlane happens and Miz loses to Bobby, then you're right because he'll walk into WrestleMania as a champion.
I got the inverse. I got Drew. I got Miz versus Drew at Fast. Drew recaptures Bobby. Oh no, actually I got Drew Miz at Fast because the automatic rematch. You know, even though they said they got rid of the automatic rematch clause.
Yeah.
Even though they said they got rid of it, motherfuckers always have automatic rematch clauses. Because again,
Shayna
same thing we talked about
not Shayna, but Charlotte and Asuka did the same thing the other night.
Yeah.
And asked for their rematch.
Well, her last name is Flair.
I said Charlotte and Asuka.
I know, but Charlotte last name is Flair. Partner is Asuka, but Charlotte's last name is Flair, so the rules don't apply to her.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I got you.
It's the same thing with the Miz Bobby. I would like that match, but it's the same thing I just talked about with Shane.
Double booking heels. Yeah.
You don't. They'll never,
because it's like I know who I'm rooting for. Like me, I don't root for like Miz in like any situation. Yeah. And like for me, like Miz he's a great character. I don't really care. I never really cared for his wrestling ever.
I rooted for
you know what I'm
Miz,
saying? But his character is good. But when I've never sat around and been like, oh man, that was a great Miz match. I can't remember like a great Miz match.
He's amazing on the promo. I rooted for Miz when he was the Intercontinental Champion on SmackDown, and he spazzed that one promo. He was like, yo, I was walking backstage, and they said they had nothing for me. I am the Intercontinental Champion. And he's getting in Daniel Bryan's face. He's like, yo, don't you walk away from me. I was like, yo, if he brings that Miz out there, untouchable. I would be all for him having a world title run.
I actually liked him
in the ring.
I actually liked him when he was when he first won his first title and he was healed then. I started liking him then. I didn't like him.
I never said nothing about not liking Miz. I said his wrestling. His wrestling is like he's a solid wrestler. He's a solid wrestler. He's not great and he's not terrible. He's solid. He can get a decent match over, but I've never seen a match from Miz that was like, yo,
that's match of the year.
That's contender for match of the year. Never from him, never from the Miz.
When he buried Enzo, I was like, yo, this is a guy that I could see being world champion again. Like when he was giving that, he's like, yo, if you just let me help you, I'm like, yo, this is a guy. When he has those promos, he has promos where it's like, all right, I could see him with the world title running these type promos. Like this is the best promo of the night, and this is not his first time having that. This is probably like his fourth week in a row having best promo. Like like I personally think if Miz doesn't have the WWE Championship, he should always have the Intercontinental Championship. Because he was right. He was making that bitch relevant every single week. Like every single week. When he beat Roman that one time, that pop was crazy.
Yeah.
Every single week he was making it relevant. The B team, he made them relevant until they left.
He did.
When they left,
B team, go.
They were floating for a minute, and then
Damien Sandow.
Yeah, Damien Sandow.
No, do not. Sandow outshine Miz every step of the way. Don't do that. Don't even do that. Matter of fact, Sandow made Miz more enjoyable. Yeah, because people was not fucking with Miz. They was fucking with Damien Sandow.
Yeah, Sandow doing those imitations. Double. That was fucking lit.
Yeah, man.
But nah, I give that.
And that's another thing because Sandow got himself over, and then they was like, "Nah,
you're doing too much, bro."
Exactly, like nah. Mm-mm.
And that's you can't outshine.
Yeah, he outshined the hell out of Miz.
This is what pisses me off about the overall product. And And I guess we're at this point of the show. What pisses me off about the overall.
Don't do that, Dunk. Don't do that, Dunk.
Well,
I don't know. I
nah.
won't say trash. I don't believe
I-
that.
Don't do that.
what
We'll
pisses
talk
me
about
off-
that at practice, Dunk.
What pisses me off about the overall product of WWE is this shit. I really don't need Edge. As much as I love Edge, I really don't need Edge in my main event at WrestleMania. I really don't need Edge around the world title picture, to be perfectly honest with you.
Why not?
I was happy with Edge doing his Randy Orton thing and then probably wrestling with a few guys here and there. I don't. Edge looks old.
I mean, bro, look.
Edge
Hold on now.
looks old.
Dog.
Like once and this is where I say it. Once the competition gets their shit together and realizes that they need to actually start programming this shit instead of just throwing spaghetti against the wall and it makes art over at the other place, because that's pretty much what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing half the time. When I watch Wednesdays, the Wednesday Night Wars, it's like, yo, the reason NXT is going 10 toes is because there's a story that they're telling in NXT with every single person that they use. AEW is like, the only story I know is Omega, the Good Brothers, and they're trying to bring over Bullet Club. Everybody else is like, they're just circulating around. Probably
They're trying to find space for everybody.
Yeah.
Look, let me get the Edge, right? Because Edge lived and breathed the wrestling business. It's not his fault that he got injured and he had to be gone for 9 years.
Yeah.
And we talk about Edge looks old. Jericho was a champion. He's older than Edge, and he looks worse than Edge.
And I'm
his
failed to Jericho neither.
You know what I'm saying? And the Judas elbow is like the absolute worst finishing move.
He can't do nothing
It's
else.
trash.
Jericho can't do nothing.
But people ate that mess up, man. I don't have a problem with Edge getting his one. Like if this is going to be his final run, if this is it, I'm fine with it, man. Like HBK had his last title reign like old as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a problem with it. Let this man get his shine on. I'm cool with it.
HBK's last title reign was like,
well, I'm sorry. It may not have been his last title reign, but he was main event. He was main event status.
He was event running and he didn't win. He didn't win. But it was like he was main eventing and his last title run was with the World Heavyweight Championship in like 03-04. So like that, I am like I'm not with it. Like the Royal. I always feel like Royal Rumble and the Money in the Bank should be used as vehicles to get guys. It's like, yo, we don't know how to like creatively get them to the next level. Mm-hmm. So let's let them have them win this, and then we do that. That's how
that work for Otis though. Because Otis didn't get Otis barely got extra support.
Otis wasn't even around for a bottle of water before they gave him Money in the Bank. So that was on
that was like super awkward. It didn't do nothing for Baron Corbin either.
But Baron got in Baron got in trouble, and that's what happened with him.
Yeah, Baron got in trouble.
I'm just saying, like, you don't like, to me, if you win money, like, you don't have to win the championship. You know what I'm saying? But you're talking about, like, Royal Rumble and Money in the Bank as vehicles to raise your character. Yeah. That didn't raise his character none. Like it didn't raise his stock. It didn't do none of that. King of the Ring did more for Baron Corbin than Money in the Bank did.
But that's what I'm saying. Baron Corbin got in trouble in that time frame for something he did backstage, and they buried him on purpose.
Yes, because Baron wasn't hated. Baron wasn't just hated as a heel. Baron was hated, period, within the company. Right. Even though he was one of the safer workers, they hated Baron, period, because of his attitude. I remember watching documentaries where Triple H was coming back, and it was like Triple H would be backstage with NXT. He's like, "Yo, hey, Baron, you want to work abs today?" He was like, "Do I look like I need to?" "Yes, bitch, you do."
Yeah, you ain't got none. If you ain't got none, then you need to work on it.
And they were saying they had some dude come and give a speech about health and safety or something like that, and the dude and then Baron like went off on the dude, questioning him and all this other stuff. And everything backstage.
To me, that sounds like a personal problem. That's his own fault.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I
Baron
mean,
was
if they gave you this and you put yourself in a position to win, and then you do the opposite, that's your fault.
exactly.
I'm not blaming the company for that. That's
But
your fault.
That's Braun,
Just
like
like
Braun
just like
Strowman.
Braun Strowman in
Yep.
2017
Mhm.
when he was wrecking shop on Roman and he didn't get the title because he was doing dumb. That's on you, bro.
what I'm saying, like what I'm saying,
But it comes back around because
what I'm
Braun
saying.
eventually got his
But my,
titles.
but my point is,
Corbin didn't, but
my point is, you're giving those guys shine though. You know what I'm saying? Like you're giving those guys. There's guys. Like I'm not saying they have guys on the roster right now that are ready to be onto the main event level. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I don't need Edge winning Royal Rumble. I
I
don't.
understand.
I
I
don't.
understand.
I
Look,
don't
I
think
see
it's
where you're coming
program.
from.
Like
But
yeah,
what about this? What about this though, right? So you're talking about like putting new guys in positions, right? Mustafa Ali was supposed to win the Elimination Chamber last year, 2 years ago. When Kofi Mania happened, it was supposed to be Mustafa Ali's spot, and it was supposed to be Kevin Owens at WrestleMania against Daniel
yeah.
Bryan. That would have been trash.
But here's the
Kevin
thing.
Owens and Daniel Bryan. That would.
That's different. That's a different thing. The reason Kofi Mania went over so
I mean, I understand. No,
yeah,
trust
because
me,
it was like 11
bro.
years
Me and
and
you
he
talked
never
about
gave
Kobe Mania a million times,
yeah,
but like,
they never gave him a shot. What I'm saying is like I don't need to see I don't like I get it, it's Edge's triumphant return, and there's a story there and everything. But I don't need like you could have rewrote that. You could have wrote that without the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have wrote that without the
with
Royal
like
Rumble.
Elimination Chamber or something.
Yeah, it could not even elimination change. You could have wrote that like okay, Edge was in like a number one. You could have wrote like I don't know how to write it. I don't work for WWE, but you could have
Right,
wrote
right.
Edge needing to win the Royal Rumble. That wasn't
Look,
like you know
the
what
way
I'm saying?
you want to put on the biggest possible matches, bro. There was no bigger. Well, there was probably a couple. There's maybe two
If
bigger
Daniel
stars
Bryan
than
wins,
Than
if
Edge
Daniel
at the
Bryan,
time.
if
But
Daniel
like for
Bryan
the
was
biggest,
if Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble, who never won the Royal Rumble, and said, "Yo, I'm a better wrestler than Roman Reigns." Don't get me wrong. We've seen this program where Daniel Bryan ends WrestleMania holding up the titles.
Mhm.
We've been there before. And I'm not knocking that, but it's like, yo, you have guys like Cesaro. You have guys like Daniel Bryan, where you have stories that are better. You have guys like okay, if let me think. You have guys like if Braun, if Braun would have won the Royal Rumble, Braun versus Drew. You have
You could have had that
Sheamus
Braun versus Roman
Braun.
match.
No, wait. So you
there's different
so
stories.
I mean, there's differences. Everything. I mean,
Daniel Bryan was gaining heat.
Daniel
He
Bryan or
would have won
Cesaro.
the Royal Rumble.
Sure. Braun Strowman.
But I'm saying
I mean,
if
Braun
Daniel Bryan,
Strowman
and I'm not trying to sound like
winning the Rumble. I ain't saying don't give him a match at WrestleMania because
yeah.
I would be all for like Drew versus Braun Strowman or something.
First,
Like are you ever surprised when somebody really big like literally a big person wins the Royal Rumble or something like that? Is it ever like oh my god I can't believe he won? Like no, he's fucking huge.
yeah.
Like there's no you put Braun Strowman in the Royal Rumble and he wins like
I don't want to put. I don't.
I mean
wanna-
he's 6'8",
I don't
300 pounds.
I don't want to sound like a Daniel Bryan sympathizer, but at the time they were programming those promos, and it was like, yo, that would make sense for him to win since he said that he's never won one, so on and so forth. That would have been a good one. Cesaro finally put Shinsuke. You know what I'm saying? Like Shinsuke's won one, but it's like okay, if you give him Shinsuke,
We saw how they fumbled the ball on that.
oh yeah, they big fumbled the ball. We saw that personally. We spent thousands of dollars.
All three of us saw that personally.
$1,000.
we spent a lot of money to watch them fumble the ball with Shinsuke.
Right.
But also my thing is like there's other people.
I missed all these. I definitely wouldn't do that. He's too big for the U.S. title.
yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
It wouldn't do any. I wouldn't. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, Brian got to go back. I'll give you Brian go back to heel. No,
He's
he's not.
Nah. Look. When Braun gets beat by when Braun loses to Matt Riddle, then he's getting the Big
No.
Show treatment because
when Braun
anybody
loses
can beat
to
the Big Show.
when Braun loses to Lucha
Like
House
Dominic
Party,
Mysterio will beat the Big Show.
Yeah,
But-
Dominic Mysterio beats Braun.
or
then he's officially getting that Big Show treatment.
or Lucha House Party.
If
right.
Braun gets the Big Show treatment if he goes face heel, in 1 year. Then it's
In
like
less than a year.
Because right now he's a tweener. I don't know what he is though.
Yeah,
but like honestly, like I see why he's saying that. Because Braun is like, what is he right now? He's big and mean, but is he a big mean face or a big mean heel?
he can't stay healthy. He's always like he's every so often. It's like the little nagging stuff too. It's not like it's like major surgery stuff. It's like
That's got to be Ken.
That's
Yeah.
DB.
Oh,
it's little stuff where he gets hurt. Like it's like
DB. Yep.
it's like a little annoying stuff that he gets hurt over.
Yeah, man. It's
Nah, but overall for me and me and UG, we were talking about this like some weeks ago. Overall, I'm not. I think the product. I think overall the product is getting horrible because all the age of the people that they're using right now, and there's nobody that there's no, and it's kind of their fault because there's nobody that's main event ready. Don't get me wrong, Mustafa Ali had an amazing promo the other day talking about why the fuck are we having another Legends night with all these with these people of the yesteryear,
because nobody want to see you guys.
Nobody wants to fucking
Look, I like Mustafa Ali, but I don't want to see him in the main event. I don't want to see him in a main event of WrestleMania.
No.
Who else is out there? I love Keith Lee, but I don't feel like he's ready yet for main event of WrestleMania. No. Do I want to see him at WrestleMania? Hell yes, I do. Do I want to see him in a world title match soon? Yeah, if they put some wins under his belt. Who else is young on it? Half the roster's over 38.
Yeah.
So I mean, and then why? And then it's like, is it their fault? Like, because me and somebody was talking about the fact that
it's their fault. It's their fault because NXT is supposed to be the proving ground where they're growing people.
Not anymore.
And what they're doing is they're trying to make it a separate program. And as much as I love the guys at NXT, all the guys at NXT are not the people that they're comfortable moving up. You have, and I'm not a heightist. I hate sounding like fucking Vince and Triple H, but all the guys at NXT that they have at the top are short as fuck.
We talking about Finn, Cole, Ciampa, Kyle O'Reilly, 6 feet and below.
Cole, Gargano.
Cole, I'm glad they moved Gargano. If they didn't move Gargano back down to NXT, he would be enhancement talent. Yeah, and that would have pissed me off because Gargano is too good of a wrestler.
Gargano,
him and Ciampa,
Cole, Balor,
exactly.
Riley,
Dunn,
Pete Dunne. All them cats are short, and it's like, yo, you're not really doing yourself any favors by I feel like they kind of rushed Damian Priest. Damian Priest should have had an NXT title look before you brought him main roster. Keith Lee should have had a lengthier title look before you brought him main roster. What's the dude's name?
Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross should have an NXT look, another NXT.
Well, I mean, he got hurt. That's on. You know what I'm saying? He would be. He would still be the champion right now. Well, he'd possibly still be the champion right now if he'd have never got hurt.
Yeah, but you have all these cats that you're in NXT. You're not prepping nobody to come up. You got all these cats that are for nothing are short, and then if you bring them to the main roster, they're not beating up the Riddles, Bobby Lashley's, so on. So maybe Finn Balor.
But you know what the crazy thing is? Half the roster is from NXT on both shows.
True,
both shows. So like I remember I was in a group the other day, and they was like, "Well, when's the last time somebody from NXT?" I was like, "Dog, literally the whole roster outside of like the legit veterans came from NXT."
No, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
For as long as they were doing a great job getting guys acclimated to how they wrestle in WWE to bring them up from NXT to Raws and SmackDowns. But again, they have not done themselves any service because the guys they're bringing up now could kill 205 Live.
Does that even still exist?
205 Live. but I'm not believing them on Raw. I can believe Balor on Raw and SmackDown. I can believe
because he's done
I
it.
can believe Adam Cole in Undisputed Era at Raw and SmackDown. But I couldn't believe them solo running. I couldn't believe them doing solo runs.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, true. Because let's think about it. Who's won both in recent? You have Seth.
Only Seth and Finn Balor.
No, KO.
And that was one time. He won the
KO.
Universal Championship.
KO won.
Oh yeah. KO.
So that's 3. Drew.
I don't count Drew McIntyre because he was there before.
Oh, true. So you have KO, you have Seth, you have Finn.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, those
that
are
I can think of.
NXT championships and the world title. I think Big E will eventually crack that list too. But
yeah, that's right, because he was the second NXT champion. Yeah.
No, he's third. Or is he second or third?
No, first was Bo Dallas, right?
First was Seth.
Oh no, first was Seth.
Oh yeah.
Then I think it was Big E, and then it was Bo Dallas.
Yeah, Big E lost.
Well, he was first 3. I know that.
Yeah, but yeah, I can see Big E cracking that list, but they're not doing themselves any favors by planning their future by trying. They're competing. They're trying to compete with AEW Dynamite at the same time, trying to still breed talent, and it's like it's not working for you.
That's why they about to do this NXT Evolve show. But honestly, to me, NXT is my favorite show, man.
Yeah.
So like, I do enjoy AEW Dynamite, and I don't like, and I definitely see the flaws. But as far as pure wrestling, NXT is the best wrestling show out. Pure wrestling, best show out. Now AEW is more popular, and yeah, more people may watch it on TNT. To me, that doesn't mean the show is better. It just means more people watch it. Yeah. NXT is the best pure wrestling show on TV. I don't care what nobody says. That's a hill I will die on. Like,
I like their story. Like, for me, watching it, their stories make more. I'm more compelled to find out what's happening on NXT than AEW. I don't care about because AEW in their storyline right now is kind of shitting on everything that happened in New Japan with like the Bullet Club breakup. Now all of a sudden they're reforming. Like now King got back together.
It's a work, man. It's a work. It's a work. Like I promise you, by summer we gonna see God and the rest of Bullet Club and AEW, man. And honestly, and I'm here for it. Like I don't mind what they're doing. I like what AEW is doing, man. Open that forbidden door. Cross brand. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I want to know.
But my only issue. Go ahead.
Are they going to accept Kenny Omega and the rest of the guys back into the Bullet Club, or are they going to be like, "Yo,
it might be a few
Bullet Club for a reason," and Kenny goes back to being a face at AEW, or Bullet Club shows up as
DB wild, man. This is my only problem with the cross promotion between AEW is, all right, so they're doing all these matches with all these other guys. Imagine being signed to AEW as a low mid carder trying to get a spot. But you can't because they bringing people from other companies. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn, can I? You know, like look at Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy was on fire about a couple months ago. He just had like this great feud with Jericho, 3-4 matches. Then what's last time I seen him, he was wrestling Luther. Who the hell is Luther? Like, what are you doing?
He wrestled the other night.
Luther.
Oh.
He wrestled Luther. And it's like, yeah, I mean, they had like a mini storyline with Chuck and Miro, and it's like,
yeah, AEW doesn't know what they're doing. They're just throwing stuff against the wall.
I ate the cake.
But yo,
it was getting old.
I gotta dip out. guys.
No, I didn't eat that cake.
Hey.
I didn't eat that cake. Oh, my bad, bro. Yo, you said you out?
Yeah, I'm out.
We live,
I'm
G.
sorry, man.
We so live right now.
Yo, we live as hell. My girl just popped in talking about something. I ate her cake. Like, yo, I didn't eat that cake. But yo, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, Cam. That doing on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure y'all follow me. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Yeah, y'all keep doing it. I've always wanted to be a part of Smash the Pie. So now I can cross it off my radio bucket list. Because if I would have got hired in Fayetteville, I would have been there.
No, hey, bro, we'd have had you on more.
Yeah,
You
I'm gonna
could
be on there more.
you
All right,
probably be one of you probably be in Ken's spot right now.
Hey, yo, chill.
all right, bro. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.
All right, bro. Yo, so no, it's so bananas, man. Like the wrestling world is crazy.
So
It's crazy.
did you see
What's
did
up?
you speaking let's go back to what we were originally talking about, on the pay-per-view Elimination Chamber.
Hmm.
Um did we all expected Miz to cash in, right?
Before the show, I didn't but I mean, but remember, didn't I text you something? I don't know if it was you or it was somebody that I was like. Somebody was like, no, it wasn't you. It was somebody I was talking to on Facebook earlier, and because he had said something like, "Oh, Edge versus Roman would be the worst possible matchup." I was like, "No."
We were
I was
talking
like,
about it. We were talking about it last week. It wasn't today.
"Yeah, okay, yeah." But I was just like, imagine. I was like, imagine the Miz walking out of Elimination Chamber as one of the champions. Then, cause like I said, I like the Miz, man, but main event of WrestleMania. And I hate to say that because I know his work ethic is top notch. I know he works really hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I know he works on his wrestling. It's just like he has a
Hmm.
very safe style, which I respect because being in the ring a couple times, working with somebody that's not safe is a nightmare.
My
You know what
bad,
I'm
bro.
saying? Bruh, ain't no I'm not even talking about you, but good lord. But it's like I said, like I don't get like that excitement watching a Miz match. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
and I
Like
used to.
and for me, it's not even like so much of his wrestling and stuff like that. It's like
It's more of his.
what is he doesn't even have one of my favorite finishers. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of like exciting moves and stuff. Okay, Spear's pretty exciting. Claymore kick, you can do that out of nowhere. Trouble in Paradise, you turn around and get kicked in the face. You
And
know what I'm
what
saying? RKO, bam.
and what killed me about the Miz over the last couple of years, is that he's just been biting off of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like
What do
at
you?
one point,
Oh, you
like at
talking
one
about
point. So at one point in time, he took Ric Flair's figure four.
But he was working with Ric Flair at the time.
Okay,
Remember, like
at
he
one
had
point,
like he was coming out to the ring with Ric Flair. It was
hmm
he kind of like gifted him the
mentored,
move
and then
when he turned face, and that was trash. I didn't like that face run either.
and then when he stole Daniel Bryan's yes kicks, I
Oh,
didn't think that makes
that was a
sense.
dick move though. That's a dick move. That's heel. That's heel shit.
But he still
You know what I'm
uses
saying?
it though.
I mean, he does, but he does it to be a dick. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel what you're saying though. I know exactly what you're saying. You said Deep Six. Are you talking about the end of days? Yeah, because but I mean, like I said, like anytime the Miz picks up the mic, oh, I'm listening.
Oh yeah,
I'm listening. I'm like, shh, hey, y'all, calm down. The Miz is talking. But when it comes to Miz matches, I'm just like, well, I'll absolutely watch them. And like, if I think it's great, I'm like, yeah, that was a great match. But I've never been like, man, Miz tore the house down. Like Miz
right.
and such tore the house down. Maybe even when we finally got that Miz Daniel Bryan, and we got the Miz Daniel Bryan match at the wrong time because Miz was face and Daniel Bryan was heel, so it didn't even hit the same as it should have
Right.
years
It should have
ago.
been the opposite way.
Exactly. So eh. But I'm cool with it because I just feel like something is going to happen. I just seen it. I just seen it. I don't want to see a Miz salt. I don't want to see a Miz salt. You don't have to do a flip to be a exciting wrestler to me, man.
Right.
Look, you know what I'm saying? It's cool and all, like, you know, it's whew. So here's a question. What do you think they're gonna do with Morrison? I'm gonna tell you,
That's a good.
you
That
know
is
you
a
know what they're
great
gonna do?
question.
Morrison is gonna be he's going to be kind of like the manager that makes sure Miz doesn't lose the title.
Oh, like Jey
Oh,
Uso.
look at this. If Morrison, that he would have to make it past WrestleMania for him to take the title. And I don't see, and if Miz is the champion going into WrestleMania, I don't see him walking out of WrestleMania with that
Check
title.
this out, though. Check this out. The Miz said after he won back. This was back in, I think, when he was first going after the Money in the Bank contract. He said, after I win the contract, the first person that's gonna get a contract, a title opportunity was Morrison.
Well,
That's what he said.
yeah. Nah, look, this gonna mess around and lead to their breakup because he gonna cheat to win.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna cheat to win. He gonna beat Morrison, probably pull the tights or whatever, and then that's gonna start a mini feud.
And then Morrison calls him the title later on.
Yep. Exactly. But I'm interested into seeing who is he giving Morrison a title shot first, Bobby Lashley a title shot first, and or is it going to be Miz and Morrison at Fastlane and Drew versus Bobby for the #1 contendership at WrestleMania?
Mm-hmm.
Because Lashley, like, Drew has to, you gotta, before you get to the Miz, you gotta get to the guy. You got to get to the guy that caused you to lose a title, and it wasn't Miz.
Or you can do every time it's before you do the Miz and Morrison breakup. It's like
I can see this as well.
Every time you do a give somebody a title match, and Morrison's like, "What's up? You promised me
Right.
one. You promised me
Yeah,
one.
like he just
You promised me one. Like, dang, I didn't get it. Okay, I got your back, Miz.
I'm gonna get you on the next show, man. I'm gonna get you on the next show.
I got your back. I got your back, Miz. I got you. And then he's like, I'm tired of waiting for my shot. Give me my shot. Give me what I was pulling the old Dolph Ziggler.
Right. Yeah. It should have been me. Yeah. I don't know, man.
That would be funny.
Yo,
that would be hilarious. That would be.
Bro, if they can find a way to make this work, I'll take my money.
All of it,
bro. I'll get two subscriptions. If they will promise to put the title on R-Truth, 2 subscriptions.
He deserves it. Not trying to be funny. He actually deserves a shot. Period. As much as he works, as hard as he works to keep.
He having fun, man. He having fun.
Exactly.
Like, everybody doesn't need a title shot, bro. Like, and I'm gonna keep it hot. I love R-Truth, but he don't need the WWE title. Nor do I want to see R-Truth get a WWE title shot. I don't want to see it. Like,
I would like to see it.
I need my champions. I need, like, if you want to win this title, I need you to be like all about the championship. And R-Truth is not that guy.
Like he was like DB said, make it an accidental championship and like make the next.
How do you have an accidental championship match? It's just like you can't roll upon them like you roll upon the 24/7 champion.
Why? So what was it? There was a match. There was a championship match where somebody did that, and they just rolled up into the match because I can't remember when it was, but I've seen there was one match that somebody just rolled up into, and it was a non-disqualification or some junk.
Exactly.
Like that.
He can work, man. He's just out there having fun.
And I agree. I got you. I hear you. I'm just saying, in general, it's just a different concept. Conspiracy theory. Conspiracies. He turns back into Ron the Truth Killings.
My man says a ladder match. Why y'all want that man to hurt himself? Boy, he said a ladder match. Like, what? I tried to climb a ladder like a wrestler yesterday, man.
I remember.
That joint takes forever.
I remember. It was hilarious, though.
You know what? We should make a video.
All right.
No, we should get the camera.
We got to do the intro, but we still got to do our intro. We got to do our intros to the show. and then when we after we do the intro to the show the video of us climbing the ladder.
That could be that could be part of the introductions. Who like with G Money climbing the ladder.
And then me come on the other side.
J5.
Ken's gonna
Now
be down
it's
there
time. It's time for DB to go to sleep. Now
for real.
you talk about.
Good night, DB.
There's always people like, oh man, shout out my man Big Tap. My man Big Tap was so hurt. He was so hurt when CM Punk didn't come back in the Rumble. I was in so many groups where people like CM Punk to WWE confirmed. I was like, bro, he is not coming back.
Right.
I gave that up about 3 years ago, about 2017. I was like, all right, he ain't coming back
At all.
He been gone since 2014. 7 years later. I believe that though. I definitely believe that. Watch SummerSlam. Goldberg be back by SummerSlam.
Kofi gets another title shot if the Miz holds on to the title. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you gonna say his name, you say his name right. You spell his name right on this show.
You tell him how to spell it.
SEF capital R AW W LIN.
Seth Rollins. Just like that. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Seth Rollins. Yeah. That's right, man. Bro, look. This was Elimination Chamber was a good show, man.
It was a good show.
Elimination Chamber was a good show. That even if they damn it, why you got that? You got me got it, man.
My bad.
Turn your face.
My bad.
So now that even though they foreshadowed the end, I really enjoyed it. First off, dog, Lashley, did he not brutalize? Like, he came out and brutalized the hell out of Drew McIntyre, man. Dog, I swear, he came out and brutalized the spear, hitting him with moves and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Wait a minute.
But Lashley held his own in
I thought he was
in that
Go ahead.
triple threat. I think Lashley
he was handling. That's why I figured he was gonna win.
right.
I figured he was gonna win until Riddle grabbed not the wheelchair, but the
You want to know what's crazy? The crutch.
yeah.
So what was crazy is when I didn't think about it, and I was like, MVP came out with a crutch, and at the very beginning, I was like,
It's true. Say that again.
MVP came out with the crutch. I was like,
When
no
did he get
disqualification. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
but
disqualification.
it's because it backfires because it's like, bro, that caused your boy to lose.
Like when
So-
did you get hurt? The worst match was
mean-
probably the worst match. Honestly, was the women's tag team match, and it wasn't a bad match.
Yeah. If you're gonna say worst match, I would say that the women's tag, and it wasn't even a bad match, but like
If it wasn't for
I'm
those couple
them,
spots,
like
if it wasn't
I
for
like
those couple of spots,
like for me, it was Raw Elimination Chamber, SmackDown Chamber. I'm not even counting the Roman match because like the way he beat up Daniel Bryan, and I was like, yeah, I
right?
was like,
It won't even fair.
damn. Yeah, so I would go Raw Chamber, SmackDown Chamber, triple threat, women's tag.
Yeah,
Yeah, women's tag. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
women.
how I see it.
But if it wasn't for the couple of
Even
spots,
with the even with the Miz cash in, I like the Raw Chamber more than I like the SmackDown Chamber,
yeah,
just
yeah.
by a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like the eliminations and all that. Yeah, I'm
Here's
actually
coming up.
surprised Big E. No, wait, no, I'm not surprised because he got injured at SmackDown.
Yeah,
Dog, how? Reginald is like Carmella needs to do something with him because Reginald is out here being he's being a sommelier hoe.
he's been a
He's
thought
trying to be everybody's sommelier.
a thought pocket.
He's for the streets. Reginald is for the streets. That's what I wanted to say. Reginald is for the streets.
But I kind of see what
He's
he's
trying to
doing.
cater to all the women. I'm not mad at him,
I see what he's doing.
but he's for the streets.
I see what he's doing. He's trying to inch his way into
He
into
just want to
Sasha
be part of a
Banks,
winning team, man. Like dog.
like Billy Kay.
Mm-hmm.
Simping.
Yes, that that's what he's doing. Reginald is sipping out here. Yo,
But
first off, go ahead.
let's shout out to Reginald because he's on the main roster and never had an
He didn't even sniff NXT.
NXT at all.
He didn't
So
even
even though he's
sniff
with the
it.
women right now, even though he's with the women right now, he's still on the main roster dealing with
Wrestling
main
with
roster.
women, bruh. He had 2 matches with women. Like, I don't know, man. He might have the right idea or something. I don't know. Cause like Reginald is low key winning out here. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
get all of
hang
that
around. You get to hang around Carmella, Sasha, and Bianca like all day.
all day.
All your segments are with one of the women. Like he don't have no issues with Big E. He ain't got no issues with Corbin. He ain't got no issues with Otis and Alpha Academy. Like he just deals simply with the
Speaking
women.
of, what do you think about what happened the other day with
What
Otis? The
with
turn.
Alpha Academy?
Yeah, it seemed like it was
Much needed.
a slight turn.
Much needed. But it's weird. I'm gonna tell you what doesn't make sense to me. Chad Gable was in the tag team. Otis was in the tag team. They both tried to do their singles thing. It didn't work. You put them together as a tag team. Come on, dog. Like you just keep taking people. Stop breaking up tag teams. Well, they didn't. Yeah, they did break up American Alpha. Stop
No,
breaking
he
up
got
tag
hurt.
teams.
He got hurt.
No. They broke him up. They broke them up.
Oh yeah,
They split
with the Kurt Angle.
That's when we found out
the Kurt
that
Angle.
Jason Jordan was
The
Kurt
Kurt
Angle's
Angle.
son.
The Kurt Angle. You get it? The Kurt Angle angle.
The Kurt Angle. Yeah. You know. And I believe it. I believe it. A lot of these guys have been around like wrestling like way longer than we've known them on WWE. Some of these guys been wrestling like 10, 11, 12 years.
Different
You know what I'm saying?
promotions.
So,
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
Absolutely. Just like shameless plug for Keys, but my tag partner Alpha Ace, aka Low Keys, he's in Florida. He was in Florida this week. He was shooting the narrative 3 with EC3, John Schuyler. He was doing stuff with Moose. Like he's sending me pictures. He's kicking it with Elias and Jackson Riker and like guys like that. And they all hang together. You know what I'm saying? Like just because they're different companies, like they still kick it with each other and all that stuff. So it's not like it's not like you're separated just because you work for somebody. Like all these guys are friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm pretty sure that like there's a wrestler on the indies right now who we've never heard of that's like best friends with like almost all the big wrestlers. It's always like that.
It seems like Keys is.
Right. Right. He on his way, dog.
Yeah, man. I'm happy and proud of him. You could
on
be
his
too.
way.
You could be too, sir. Just
Yeah,
hang out
look,
with him. All you gotta
I'm
do is
working.
Keys like, hey man, let's go to Florida.
Yeah,
I
you know what's crazy? I'm used to people like hanging around me for like to get looked at and stuff. And now I'm gonna have to hang around him to get looked at. Hey, yeah, I wrestle too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put my work in, man.
That's it. That's all it takes, man. That's all it
Man,
takes.
look. So next, so what do we have?
I
Next
guess fast.
is go ahead.
I guess fast lane for WWE.
Yeah. Yep. So next Sunday. Well, first off, we just covered RWC Get on My Level yesterday. The podcast dropping real soon, and then this time next week, next Sunday, we are going to be in Burlington for the first time ever, featuring MLW's Myron Reed, Impact Suicide, Franco Varga. There's going to be some names in the building, man. It's going to be dope. You know, we're doing special coverage of the event. It's going to be fire. You know what I'm saying? And then in March, something special about March 3rd. Something special about that day because on AEW it's Cody and Red Velvet versus. You thought that I would go a show without showing a picture of Jay Cargill?
You need
And
you
you
put
lost
you,
your mind.
and you need to put my picture up there. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. But
Thank you.
it's gonna be Cody and Red Velvet versus Jade and Shaq, and then on NXT they're doing a big match too. They're doing a couple of big matches, and I can't remember what they are. I can't remember what they are. So yes, what do we have over here? 20, bro. Look, he's at 2024.
I saw that.
I'm gonna be out of their age range by then.
Shoot, I'll be what? 38? That'll make you
2024. I'll be 41.
Yeah.
Good God. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of there. Yeah. Right. The best way to get ready for a wrestling match is playing basketball. That's right. If you didn't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So look, we got anything else? Any topics real quick before we get up out of here? Yeah, are you guys
I don't
good?
I'm good. I don't have anything to talk about. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be here. You know, I'm here so I won't get fined and get fired. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. What's the manger?
I don't
I'm the
know.
manger.
I don't know what that means.
You mean the manager?
Come on,
You
come on.
called me the manger.
Come on, Josh.
So,
Get it right, Josh.
let me Google a manger, and then we'll get it straight.
The only manger I know is the one where Jesus was in.
Oh, okay.
That's
A long open box of trough for horses or cattle to eat from. So I'm definitely not a manger. So look, DB only comes on the big shows. so he was here for Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't here for Elimination Chamber. If they do Fastlane next month, he's not gonna be here for Fastlane. AEW Revolution. I will say this though. I'm gonna be no, I can't say that. I'm gonna find a way to watch it legally. Because yeah, we'll talk about AEW Revolution.
We're gonna find a way to watch it. We might get together and pitch in for it. So Josh is on his Ken stuff.
Yeah. Boy, look, if they break up the Street Profits, you know what? That reminds me. I read I think it was Bret Hart. I read a article about something that he said about how Vince McMahon killed tag team wrestling. And it was because of all the like how he kept breaking up tag teams. And it's crazy because it happens so much that people expect for a tag team to break up just because they're a tag team. Like, hold up. You are giving the Marty Jannetty treatment.
DB, you doing all this talking. I
I
mean, all this
know, right?
chatting.
You
Why
could
ain't you
have
on the? You
like
could have just
he could have been
came
on the
on the
show, man,
show.
but yeah. Nah, he's like DB, like DB. He's you haven't seen his night routine. Like he's in pretty boy mode, man. Like he got like a bonnet on. You know what I'm saying? He got like
And
his
some
he got like
rollers.
his
He got some. He
yeah,
got
he
some
got
mini.
like his
He got mini.
skincare. He got a roller on his mustache. You know his mustache is thick. He got like the mask on and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh
why he's not
Lord.
on video.
He's got the face mask with the cucumbers
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, like he got that cucumber melon facial wrap. Boy, like no wrinkles on the face. He gonna be at work tomorrow, fresh faced and mug. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Beauty takes work. So look, man, make sure you check out our YouTube channel, man. So this is live streaming on our Facebook and our YouTube at the same time. You see the banner down here with all the info, and it's like we're going to be putting up more stuff. We should have had. First off, let me tell y'all, if y'all follow the IG, I have been dropping the ball this year with the Black History post. like, I did like a bunch, and then DB did some, and then like I just got I'll be busy throughout the day, and I just missed like a bunch of days. So but our next coverage, we're gonna have some videos up real soon of the first time ever show. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna be doing some interviews. Like I said, Myron Reed from MLW, Suicide, Blacktest Jack is gonna be there, Lone Star Security, Dewan O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? El- Uh, there's so many people there. It's gonna be super dope. Yeah, I mean, true.
Yeah, yeah.
He would, man, but like this is the thing, like at what expense? Like at where's Tucker? You took
Chase,
Otis
he
out of
chase,
heavy machinery,
he chasing R-Truth around for the 24/7 title
right?
in his singlet.
Right. You took Otis out of heavy machinery with Tucker just to put in another tag team. What did they do with Tucker? They had Tucker on like one or two shows, and that was it. And now he's in catering,
Right.
and that's probably it for him. We ain't gonna see him for a while. You know what I'm saying?
He
And
said
then even with a guy like Montez Ford, like is he good in the ring? Absolutely. But there's no guarantee that's gonna guarantee you success.
but even if you
There's no
do make him
guarantee.
you don't have to break him up to make him a solo and
Facts.
have you know what I'm saying? They could be a faction.
It's crazy, man. It's like I one thing I do like about AEW, like some people complain about all the factions and stuff, but I like I like I like tag team wrestling. I like tag teams. I like groups. Like one thing I love about New Japan is like everybody's damn near everybody's in a group. But the difference between New Japan's factions, stables, groups, whatever, and everybody else's, they will wrestle each other and won't have an issue with it. Like when the G1 happens, when the G1 tournament happens, which is the absolute best tournament in all of wrestling. I don't care what nobody says. When the G1 happens, like you'll
And but
have guys in Bullet Club wrestling each other. You'll have guys in and Lij wrestling each other, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt the group. You know what I'm
they
saying? You got guys in and Suzuki Goon
what happened to
facing
Mojo?
each other in chaos and all that. So it's like
Oh, I was
you
about
do
to say
that in
Mojo.
WWE, and everything is. As soon as you face each other one time, I don't want to. I don't want to. We're not teaming no more. I don't know what the hell happened to Mojo.
Mojo got released, bro.
Mojo Jojo.
Mojo got released like right after what was it? Maybe a month or two after WrestleMania last year.
After Gronk lost the 24/7 title,
Right.
bro. Ain't no
When
telling.
football season started.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Super wild.
So, G, I'm gonna tell you this, DB, if you're listening, Ken, if you're listening, or if you hear
He's not.
this, oh, he's probably
Not
studying.
Ken. No, Ken is studying.
Ken is studying, which he needs to. Um, well, we need to go ahead and Chantel, if you're trying to, we need to go ahead and start saving up our money either for next year, next year or the year after for WrestleMania. Set aside
I'm
the
already
money.
saving.
Set aside some money. That way we can get a chance to go or whatever, and go as a group or whatever to LA out there with Tupac and them.
Yeah,
Go out and see
yeah.
Nipsey. You know what I'm
Or we could
saying?
wait. Or we could wait and go to when Dallas at AT&T Stadium,
No, we're not doing that.
home of the Cowboys.
We-
That's when we'll go.
we're not doing
That's
that.
when we'll go. It'll be
We're not-
perfect.
We're not doing that.
That'll be perfect.
I'd rather go in LA.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
mean, you know what? I'm not opposed to going to Dallas. And the reason why is because Austin is around the corner, and Austin is amazing. If you've never been to Austin, Texas, Austin is amazing. Matter of fact, I got this tattoo in Austin, and it was cheap, very cheap. It was like $120.
This is spoken like a true hater right there. Spoken like a true hater. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's an Cowboys fan. Don't.
You of course, obviously you should have known that when I said we going to Dallas. You should have known right off the top, man. But look,
But that would be the only time that'll be the only time I will ever probably. I won't go to an Eagles game in Dallas. I would never do that because I don't even want to step foot in that stadium. But because it has
man,
nothing to do with
I know
football.
Giants. I know
because
Giants fans that travel to AT&T Stadium every year for the
Yeah.
Giants and the Cowboys. But we're not
get it.
talking football. We talking wrestling.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's not wrestling. I mean, it's not football. I'll go. I will bite the
Okay.
bullet and go. I'll probably still try to take a shit.
You
on
said
the
that
spot,
like you
but-
said that like it's really gonna harm you. Oh, I don't want to go into the stadium. Like, come on, dog. You grown. Act
I
grown.
am. I am.
Well,
You just
look.
you just gonna rub it in my face. That's all. That's all. That's all you trying to do.
I'm gonna talk super trash.
I know
Just the
you
way you
will.
do Ken, I'll do you the same way. Man, WrestleMania in Dallas was amazing. But somebody didn't want to go. Yeah, I'm doing all that, bro. I'm doing all that. But look, we up out of here. Like there was only 4 matches. We've been up here for an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what it is, man. We out, man. Smash and Mad Podcast. We do this. Let me hit the end button because I damn sure pressed the wrong